Hey, what's up? I'm Darkbblue, trying to help everyone enjoy games in depth. In this video, I will show you a guide for campaign progression in Chronicon. Our main target is to transition into Endgame smoothly, and the key is to gradually move to a higher difficulty during campaign, while updating your gears to higher rarity in the meantime. Let's get into details. In the first two chapters, you want to play normal difficulty, the second difficulty skipping the lowest one. During this phase, you don't have access to gears with some special effects, so your progression mainly comes from spending skill points. In my opinion, Chronicon doesn't require you to use any specific build just to beat the campaign, so you can choose whichever skill tree you like among the 4 trees. In a skill tree, you can notice 3 different skill types. The skill nodes in square shapes are active skills attached with different tags. Skills with the tag base skill are mana generators, and other skills spend mana to have more impactful effects. Skills in round shapes are passive skills. Among them, there are usually 2 sets of core passives in correspondence to each skill tree, which can often be found in the lowest 2 rows. For example, Desecration is the core passive of the Shadow Tree of Mage, giving access to additional explosion effects that can be utilized by any shadow skill. These core passives are very important and should be invested into whatever active skill you want to major in. Lastly, you can find a few skills in a special octagon shape. These skills have passive effects as long as you have them equipped in a skill slot, and you can actively use them for additional temporary effects. Now please pay attention to one specific core passive. Usually it's located in the rightmost end of a row. You can notice that this node will connect the core passive of the current tree to the core passive of the adjacent skill tree. Let's call them cross-tree synergy passives, and they are very powerful during campaign. So set them as your main target for leveling up and skill point investment. Basically, that's all you need to pay attention to during the first chapters. Now let's get into the next phase. The next phase of campaign corresponds to the 3rd chapter. During this phase, you can consider raising your difficulty to the 3rd one. Compared to normal, this mainly raises enemies' health, but their damage is not increased significantly. As a result, you can still handle them relatively easily. The main benefit of doing so is to increase the drop rate. Therefore, you will encounter more unique items. While their core effects might not be very useful to your build, their basic damage, mana, and HP stats are higher than those of regular gears. With more unique items equipped, your character will get stronger. The next and final phase starts from Chapter 4. Now raise your difficulty once again to the 4th one. This time, with drop rate increased further, you will have easier access to legendary gears. Similar to before, they have better basic stats than unique gears. There's one important goal in this phase. You need to start collecting the class legendary sets. In Chronicon, every character has 4 skill trees, and every skill tree has 2 corresponding legendary sets, so you have 8 sets in total. And the set pieces are always helm, chest armor, weapon, and offhand. Store every class legendary set pieces in your stash despite of their item level. Besides direct drops, you can also obtain them in 2 other ways. First, you can use gambling as a way of target farming gears of specific types. And second, if you have enough champion crowns, you can put one set piece and crowns into the transmutation function, transforming this piece into a random piece of the same set. In the end, once you have access to any 3 pieces of the same set, use this set and respect the corresponding skill tree. Exactly which set you are using doesn't matter, any set can work. Just now I said every set has 4 pieces, but now you just need 3 of them. This is because 3 pieces is enough to activate all the damage bonuses, and the final piece only gives you survivability bonus. Of course, survivability is important, but it's not that important during campaign. You can use the 3-piece bonus for now and find the final piece later. With a 3-piece class set, the corresponding skill tree, and a cross-tree synergy passive, you can beat the campaign quite easily at the 4th difficulty. You can consider raising to the highest difficulty possible during campaign, but it's not mandatory. One last thing to supplement. You can level up your class legendary set using transmutation. You need a higher level legendary gear and put this gear and the gear to level up into transmutation. The 2 gears don't need to be of the same type. With this function, you can keep leveling up your legendary set, allowing you to not to abandon them simply because they are out-leveled. After all, you have spent so much effort collecting them. Following my methodology, you will seamlessly transition into Endgame, as you can already beat the easiest mode in the Endgame once you finish the campaign. In the next video, we'll be talking about Endgame progression. If you want to play games into depth together with me, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you around.